Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all the books I've gotten at the library recently. I just recently got a library card for the library that is closest to my university, so I'm able to go to that one and I'm able to go to the one by my parents' house. I get a lot of books now. I'm going to try and start using my local library more for books that I'm maybe not too sure about, because I have this habit of like buying every book that I hear recommended on somebody's channel and I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not, and so I'm going to start using my library for those. I'm sorry, I keep fixing my hair. I don't like the way it looks right now. So in this video I'm going to kind of divide it into two sections. I'm going to have the graphic novels and then like the regular novel book type things. So I'm going to talk about the regular books first and then I'll go into all the graphic novels. Starting off, I'll go into the first book I'm currently reading, and that is the Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This follows our main character Stella. She is on the autism spectrum. She has Asperger's and she works in economics. They use an actual word in here for her position, but I can't pronounce it. And she has had little to no dating life and experience, and her mom really wants her to be in a relationship and all that stuff. So she hires male escort Michael to kind of teach her the ways of dating, and this is their story. So yes, currently reading that. Not going to give thoughts until my wrap up. The other book I'm currently reading is Blue Lily Lily Blue. This is the third book in the Raven Cycle series. I'm actually listening to this on audiobook primarily right now, but sometimes when I'm sitting in bed and want to take a break from the Kiss Quotient, I'll follow along. With the physical book, I think I'm a third of the way through this right now, but my audiobook expires soon, so I'm going to try and finish it today. And going right along with that, I have The Raven King. This is the fourth book in the Raven Cycle. Can't really give a description on either of these because, like I said, they're the third and fourth book in a series, so it would spoil. Also, I'm like struggling a little bit with this series because I don't entirely know what's happening and I'm really confused, but I think that's just me. I think I need to sit down and read the physical books a little bit more because I don't think I'm grasping everything with audiobooks, but that's another story for another time. Then I have My Favorite Half Nightstand by Christina Lauren. I have already finished this book. This follows our main character Millie. She is kind of one of the boys. She hangs out with a bunch of guys in her friend group, and she doesn't really have like any dating life. She's really focused on work right now. They're all super smart professors at University of California, Santa Barbara, I think, and they all are going to this reception banquet date night type thing, and they all need dates, so they all agree to sign up for a dating website, and this follows them on the dating website. Then I picked up two holiday reads, the first of which is Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe by Melissa De La Cruz. I believe this is a reimagining of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I haven't read Pride and Prejudice, but I'm excited to give this a try and see what I think. Then we have 7 Days of Us by Francesca Hornak. I'm really terrible with other names, I'm so sorry. Honestly, this was a complete impulse checkout thing. I read the first sentence of the synopsis and the first two words are "It's Christmas," and I closed the book and put it in my basket and checked out. I really don't know what this is about. Maybe it's a romance. I don't know. I don't know any of the authors that it's blurbed by. I know it's snowing on the cover. It said it's Christmas, so I might get to this one, but this one's not high on my priority list. But it looks like it might be like European or colonial American, like that kind of vibe given the house, but I could be completely wrong. Then we have a book I'm very excited for, and that is His Hideous Heart. It is an anthology-ish type thing, edited by Dahlia Adler. So it is 13 of Edgar Allan Poe's original stories and then 13 reimagined versions of them. And I've heard really good things about this. This was one of my most anticipated releases when I heard about it. I was very excited, and I was so excited to find it at my library because I haven't found it anywhere. So I'm really excited to give this a try. I love Edgar Allan Poe, and I think it's going to be an interesting experience to see how the authors take on the original classics that I love so much, and I'll be interested to see what I think. Then I have Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. This is solely a purchase or checkout based on Books and Lala. I heard somewhere on her channel, I think, that this is one of her favorites, or she liked it, or maybe she didn't. I just remember it being mentioned on her channel, and I put it on my Amazon wish list, and then I saw it at the library. I was like, well, I might as well rent it and try it out before I actually buy it. Then I have Love, Hate, and Other Filters. This follows a Muslim teen coping with Islamophobia, cultural divides among peers and parents, and a reality she can neither explain nor escape. So I think it is, I believe this is Own Voices, and I really enjoy reading Own Voices novels about other cultures or other experiences. Growing up as a white, cisgendered, heterosexual female in America, I don't have a lot of knowledge of other cultures aside from what I've sought out, and I tend to seek out more knowledge in literature, and I really enjoy learning about it through fiction, especially own voices fiction. Yes, if you have any other suggestions about books that talk about like other cultures or other experiences, maybe in a fiction world, I've read On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, which was really cool to learn about the Black Lives Matter movement. I also read Dear Martin by Nick Stone, which was also really cool. So I really enjoy books like that that kind of can teach me something, but also just are an enjoyable fictional read, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I picked this up, and it's also short, and I'm trying to get to my Goodreads goal. I have 2 books left in fiction, and one of them is The Selection by Kira Cass. I was talking to one of my friends who I go to the library with occasionally, and she rented the Shatter Me series, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to read that. And she's like, have you read The Selection? I was like, by Kira Cass? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, no, I haven't. So the next time I went to the library, which was today, I picked this up because she recommended it. She said she really liked it, and I'm interested to just try out another type of story that a friend liked. I'll be honest, this has caught my eye quite a few times before at a library or at a bookstore, but I haven't bought it or checked it out because I hate the covers of these. I hate when there's pictures of people on covers. I don't like it. I don't know. I guess it's because it kind of takes me out of imagining what the character looks like. Like, I can deal with this because there's a little bit of flexibility, but like this just takes me out of it completely. I don't know, but I'm interested to give it a try. Also, this looks very 2000s with all those ruffles, but that's another story for another time. Kind of completely flipping from this and how much I hate the cover, I picked this one because I liked the cover. I requested this on NetGalley and they like never accepted or denied it, and then it just published, so it disappeared. This is Darius the Grey is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. I don't entirely know what this is about, but I really love this art style of cover that's going around right now. I know a lot of people don't because it's hard to tell them apart, but I dig it. I dig the illustration, I dig the style, and I'm interested to see what it's about. It's not super high on my priority list because this was a complete cover decision, but I'm interested to see if I like it because I did request it, so it caught my eye enough to request it. So these are all the fiction books that I picked up from my library. These are the novels, and now we're gonna get into the graphic novels. So I picked up quite a few graphic novels, some of which I've heard about, some of which I haven't, and I picked them up solely because I kind of like to break up my big books and novels with little graphic novels because they're just easier for me to read. So these are a couple of the ones that I picked out. I'm going to talk about the ones that I'm not super into at first. This was kind of like a, sure, but I don't really love the art style of these. That's the Twilight graphic novels. I really don't like the art style of these, and I originally saw it and I was like, you know what, I'll just give it a try, and then I changed my mind, but I had already checked them out, so I'll hold on to these, and if I want to read them at some point I will, but they're not high on my priority list. I don't know, it reads very like 2008 goth vibes. Continuing right along, I have Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Johnny Sun. I saw Witty Novels really loved this, so I got it. That's the only reason. I also think the art style is super cute on this one. It just looks, it's so cute, look at it. Then I have Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, and I think the art style of this one is super cute. I love the pink and the color scheme and everything. And I've heard pretty good things about this one already, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I don't know, it looks like a cute contemporary romance, but like a graphic novel, and we all know I love a good cute contemporary romance. And I have one that I've already read, and that is Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks' Pumpkinheads. I loved the art style in this one. I thought it was so cute, and I'll tell you what I thought about the story when my wrap up comes around, but overall, I've read this, Pumpkinheads, it was one that I picked up. I was actually super excited to see it because I was like, they don't have any good graphic novels, and then I see like Pumpkinheads and I'm like, never mind. So I was really excited to finally pick this up, and I'm glad I got to rent it from my library. Next up I have Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. I believe this is based off of that classic kids story. I know he's the author of Coraline, I'm like 90% sure, and I thought it'd be cool to read a graphic adaptation because I haven't read any of his kids or middle grade books, and So I thought it'd be interesting to read the graphic novel. Ew, there's a hair tie in this. Ew. I thought I'd give it a try. I do really enjoy graphic novel adaptations of books, which is why I really like the idea of Twilight. I just didn't like the art style. Ew, that hair tie. And finally, I have 4 volumes of Paper Girls. Chanel recommended this to me. I asked her what graphic novels I should pick up, and she told me Paper Girls was the one she would recommend. So when I went to my library by my parents' house and saw 4 volumes of it, I picked up all 4 per Chanel's recommendation. So I'm really excited to give these a try and let her know what I think. So these are all the graphic novels I picked up to kind of read between all those books that I picked up. So that is everything I hauled from my library. Again, if you'd like to see more of these videos, please comment down below so I know. I'm going to try and start using my local library a bit more rather than just buying books, because I have like 100 on my bookshelf that I need to read. So that being said, I hope you all did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Happy reading!